First of all, I want to say to everybody who's written me, called me, emailed me, I just want to say thanks for your support. Got a nice text message from one of my children who said that it just really opened her eyes yesterday, my message about burning the ships. That we're not going to hold on to Plan B and call it Plan A, but we're going to move away from that. Today I want to talk to you about filling your environment with things that will cause you to progress. Um, Too often we allow our environment to control us, to change who we are. And the fact of the matter is, you've heard it from me, you've heard it from other people. We're not called to be thermometers. We're not supposed to register the environment. We're called to be thermostats, to change the environment that we have about us. But I find as who I am, visual things appeal to me. And what I mean by that is, if I look at a picture of one of my grandchildren or one of my children, it brings something up inside of me. When I look at my desk area and I see that it's empty of all the Post-it notes I've been forced to use lately, it brings something up inside of me that makes me feel good. Conversely, when I'm surrounded by things that bring me down, like I refuse, even in the most difficult of times that my wife and I have had, I refuse to just sit there and put a stack of bills on my desk to encourage me somehow in a negative fashion. What I've done more intently is I've filled myself with what I would call boosters of my desires. I would turn on, recently I've turned on holiday music, Christmas music. I play music in my work area because it changes who I am internally. It becomes an extension of who I am. I feel like listening to that. I put pictures. A few weeks ago, a woman had a beautiful painting at our church gathering, and it was a picture of the ocean. And I regret that I didn't bring it in here. I should have brought it in here. But this picture was an ocean, and I'm not a big ocean fan, but the picture did something to me. It just showed me the power behind water and the things that I personally believe, that God makes these things happen. And so that is literally right over my computer. So when I find myself discouraged, distressed, disappointed, or just worked out, I just pick my head up and I look up at that and I say, that's the difference. So whatever that is, you need to surround yourself with those things. I know it's difficult in work environments, but it may be a picture of a beach that you've been to or a beach you're going to. A lot of people say, well, the visual thing isn't what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to have these things that are idolatry, if you will, before us. Here's the deal. The deal is God created us to be visual people, and He created us to be oral people, meaning we're able to hear things. And so we need to surround ourselves with the things that change things for us. If you want to sit there and meditate with your eyes closed and you're able to do that, that's fine. But in a work situation, it's almost impossible to do. So what you have to do is you have to have those little reminders. It might be a screensaver on your computer if you're allowed to have that. I'm certainly not telling anybody to do something that their company doesn't recommend that they can do or allow that they can do. But what I am saying is you need to surround yourself with those kind of things. I find myself kind of fortunate where I've lived in Vermont. I always seem to live out, for the most part, on top of a mountain. There's something about looking out and seeing the beauty and seeing the majesty of what's before us that changes who we are. So maybe it's that painting of a mountain scene or whatever it is. But whatever it is, you need to choose to change your environment. You need to not let your environment control you, but at the same time, you need to add things to your environment that make you who you are. One little side note, McDonald's early on, they used to paint their places red and yellow. And the reason was because the environment was discomforting and it caused people not to stand inside McDonald's, but to leave. Certainly they've changed that now a little bit, but people are learning that colors and those kind of things change who you are. So anyways, I just encourage you to begin, you've burned the bridges maybe from, yesterday's video, but whatever it is, you're in this place now where you want to move ahead. So you need to move ahead. Your plan A needs to be part of what you see perhaps. Maybe you need to see that new business or that new sign or that new logo that you're going to put up for the very purpose of causing you a change internally where you go, you know what? This isn't where I'm going to be tomorrow. I'm moving ahead. I'm making a difference. So today I just encourage you, begin to look around your environment and say, what is it that I can change in my environment? There may be some things I need to change, and I'm going to do it. So thank you very much. God bless you.